Uh-oh, somebody's in big trouble because Marvel, what are y'all doing? What do you mean Hawkeye Season 2 was on hold because you only offered Jeremy Renner half of his salary from Season 1 to appear in Season 2? And I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeremy Renner cooked Disney when he said,
"Why? Did you think I'm only half the Jeremy because I got ran over?"
This is one of the craziest stories that I've heard in a really long time. And on top of that, we actually got some Season 2 details for Hawkeye, and I have some theories that make it all make sense. Either way, man, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. So thanks to Variety and during an interview with High Performance, Jeremy Renner had this to say about Hawkeye Season 2. They asked me to do Season 2 and they offered me half the money. I'm like, well, it's going to take me twice the amount of work for half the amount of money in 8 months of my time. Essentially, I'm going to do it for half the amount. I'm like, I'm sorry, why? Did you think I'm only half the Jeremy because I got ran over? Maybe that's why you want to pay me half of what I made for the first season. Now, in case you don't remember, Jeremy Renner was hospitalized for blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries on January 1st, 2023 after a snowcat, a large snowplow that weighs at least like 15,000 pounds, ran him over. The actor was trying to help his nephew out of the snow near his home in Lake Tahoe when the snowcat crushed him. His injuries included 8 broken ribs in 14 different places, a broken right knee and ankle, a broken left leg, tibia and ankle, a broken right clavicle and a shoulder, and even more. Jeremy Renner did go on to clarify that it wasn't exactly Marvel, it was more so Disney and their accountants. And I'm kind of like 70-30 on it. Like, I'm siding with Jeremy Renner, but like, I kind of understand where Disney is coming from, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But either way, that's a huge slap in the face of Jeremy Renner and kind of in poor taste, especially after what happened to him. It's quite literally adding insult to injury. Mind you, this is one of our longest tenured actors in the MCU. No one has ever played Hawkeye in live action. This is Hawkeye. When most people think of Hawkeye, they think of Jeremy Renner, and they just barely got him to play the classic sarcastic Clint Barton that we all know and love from the comics in his show. So for them to not even offer him what he got in Season 1 at least, he wasn't asking for more money. Just the same amount he made in Season 1. It's kind of ludicrous and crazy. But now from the Marvel Disney perspective, I kind of understand it because from a story perspective, they're clearly trying to pass the mantle on to Haley Steinfeld's Hawkeye. Her Kate Bishop is next up, and I mean, Jeremy Renner's not going to be able to play Hawkeye for another 20 years. If I had to guess, Hawkeye Season 2 was his final rodeo, and I mean, I know he's retired like 4 different times in the MCU. So I understand where they're coming from the negotiating table. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a business, and if Hawkeye's barely going to be in this, I mean, Clint Barton is halfway going to be in this, then obviously you want to pay him half the money. But I mean, he wasn't even asking for more. You could have just gave him what he got for Season 1, unless you're trying to get some other big name actor in this show. This is really just a crazy story, but I mean, at the end of the day, like everyone says, this is a business. And he didn't shut the door on his Season 2 happening because like we know, we do have story details, which I'll get into in a little bit. He just said, when we come back to the negotiating table, I hope they treat me with more respect, essentially. And he damn well deserves that too. But now going on to the Hawkeye Season 2 of it all, we actually learned a couple of key story details, like obviously the fact that Kate Bishop was going to take on more of a lead role, even more so than she did in Season 1. I just really hope this dispute does not cause them to just write out Clint Barton, because that would be a horrible decision. With one of the big rumors being that they're trying to introduce Barney Barton, Clint Barton's older brother, Trickshot. And I just think there's so many interesting things they can do with that familial aspect, because mind you, we still haven't been introduced to Susan Bishop, who is Kate Bishop's older sister. Shit, we don't even know if she exists in the MCU. And since we know that Eleanor's locked up and they won't let her out, you just know Kate's gonna try to find someone to console her like a family. Obviously, she's got Clint with her, but if she does have a sister out there, I think she'd like to know if her mom is locked up. And it would be a nice way to parallel what's going on with Clint's story and her story. And if you think that man Wilson Fisk forgot about what Kate Bishop did to him, Mrs. Bishop, I've outlawed all of these vigilantes. And like Goldberg says, you're next. You just know Kingpin's chomping at the bit to get back at Kate Bishop after what she did to him. Especially now that he's fucking basically running New York City, outlawing all these vigilantes. Her ex-future stepdad is in a fucking cage. I hope we see Jack come back and hopefully he turns into the swordsman, because I actually do kind of like his character. And I don't know how it would work. I would need some very elite writers to get Bullseye in the show, because I need a Bullseye versus Hawkeye / Trickshot / Kate Bishop fight in this show, just to show everyone how fucking crazy it would be to have Bullseye versus Hawkeye. Like, bro, they would be throwing everything at each other and just hitting each other with the same objects. Plus, there's also the Young Avengers aspect of it all too. Might we see Kamala Khan, who's literally like maybe 45 minutes away? And when would Hawkeye Season 2 even take place? If I had to guess, probably after Secret Wars. Only time will tell what the fate of Season 2 of Hawkeye will be, but we do know that it's actively happening, and we do know that Disney's trying to pinch some pennies on Jeremy, which is crazy. But either way, let me know what you think about this news down in the comments below. What do you think about my theories? And as always, like and follow for more.